Champions Corner podcast. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We're glad to see you, glad you're here. So we just need you to sit back, relax, and we'll take care of all the work because it's been a hectic week here in the wrestling world. I mean, we're fresh off of AEW's Double or Nothing, Anarchy in the Ring. Hangman has reclaimed his spot to go against I guess the Death Riders leader. We'll see what happens if he's going to take down Moxley or not. We'll see what happens. Is he going to reclaim power back in AEW? Who's going to stop Moxley? We'll talk about that. We'll also talk about Seth Rollins' new faction. We don't have a name for it,
some people got a name.
I call it Evolution negative 2.0 because they just don't. They just ain't got the sauce. They ain't got the sauce like my boys. But we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll talk about that. He's the visionary. He's coming to reclaim order, keep order as it is, and prepare the future for those that are coming behind him. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about these Money in the Bank qualification matches that have been really good. I have to say, they have been really good. Each one has been really good. We'll get into that, and we have to unpack all of the news that's going on in the wrestling world right here in the Champions Corner. And I'm rolling with my guy, your favorite host, Mr. Highlights himself. Ron G is in the building.
Yes, sir.
On the way. He's on the way.
Oh, yeah, Professor coming. BJ.
Yeah, he's on the way. He's on the way. I'm the number one player, your host for today. So let's start it off with Raw. Let's talk about Raw, Crump. I want to pose the question like this.
Okay.
So, how are we feeling Seth Rollins transition into this faction? Number one, and do you think that we're getting all of the answers? Because Bronson Reed returned back at Saturday Night Main Event to side and join up with Seth Rollins. Do you feel like we got answers on Monday night?
Not exactly. Paul Heyman just built these two young guys up. And Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. I'm big fans of both of them.
Right.
Like I said, they're great for the future. I just don't know how they fit with Seth Rollins. Especially like Paul Heyman said in the promo, Bronson Reed did more damage to Seth Rollins in one night than anybody has in pretty much his career, I guess. You know, he's taking shots at Roman Reigns a lot in that promo at the OTC. But I didn't get a real explanation of, okay, yeah, he beat me down, but I saw something in him, but they didn't exactly say that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. To me, they didn't exactly say it. I knew I needed him on my side. They say something like that. I didn't really hear that part. But I mean, I guess that's implied. I don't know. But I mean, we'll see how it goes. I'm assuming the group is called The Vision.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he keeps saying. He says, this is the vision. This is my vision, and all the stuff like that, and saying that we need to be dominated. We need the power, and stuff like that. So, and he's going back after Money in the Bank, and he had one of the greatest, if not the greatest, cash in of all time at WrestleMania 31. So, will that happen again?
Right.
I'm not too keen on that, but I can see it happening because this group has to get some, like you said, dominance in this locker room. You got to show why this group is coming together. So, I mean, he's highly favored to win now that he's in now. But as far as the group, I mean, I still need to see more how they gel. Like, I feel like all of them can talk for themselves, really. Every person in this group, I feel like they could talk pretty much for themselves. Absolutely. But you can't do better than Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is just, the way he built those guys up. I know they was inside. I know they was trying to be stoic and whatnot. But I know inside they was like, hell yeah, this is what we this is what we need here. Talk, Paul Heyman.
You all need a Paul Heyman in your corner out there, ladies and gentlemen. You all, I feel like we haven't got answers. There was a few things I got an issue with.
Yeah,
I love. Because I called it, ladies and gentlemen. I told you that Bronson Reed was going to be the third man. I told you.
You sure did. I ain't gonna lie about that. You did sure call that one, but I don't see. I need the explanation still. But go ahead.
That's the thing. So now I need to know, man. Like, did they have a conversation prior to this moment? did they bury the hatchet? Because last time we saw Bronson Reed, he was tsunamiing, beating the mess out of your boy, Seth Rollins. Yeah. So that's number one. Number two, if they're going to go down this road with Seth Rollins being a heel, don't you agree they have to change his theme song or something? They're going to have to, because they booed him. Then Seth Rollins comes out, he wants the cheer, he wants the adoration. I'm like,
or acknowledgement, as Paul Heyman put in there.
Yeah.
It's too back and forth. He was getting on the fans about how they was, because the fans kept saying he sold out. I'm like, I didn't even get that. Sold out to who? he put forth his vision. That's what Seth Rollins has been screaming. Right. He has a vision for this company, vision for the business itself, and he sees something in these two guys, and Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Right. So I get it, but I just need that explanation because of the breakdown from Bronson Reed to Seth Rollins. Yeah. But that song needs to change, man. Like, you want people to sing the song and praise you and whatnot, but then you can't bash them at the same time. You're going back and forth.
Yeah, the song has to change because now you guys are a faction. Is it Seth Rollins featuring Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman, or are they the Vision? They're gonna have to change that because the fan still wants to sing, Seth Rollins' song. And granted, it's a catchy thing, and so. Yeah. But they're going to have to change that if he's going to be this guy now. And, are we mimicking what happened with the bloodline? Is that still spilling over into this group? So I got a lot of questions because it looks like Seth Rollins, he just got hired help right now. That's all it looks like because he's still Seth Rollins. He's still flamboyant, still the same Seth Rollins. Only thing is he's got backup. He's got help now. Yeah. So I'm like, they're going to have to change the different dynamics in this group because without a doubt, later down the road, the breakout star is probably going to be Braun Breaker. He's probably going to be the big breakout star in this whole thing.
Yeah, especially with, like I said, Paul Heyman building him up, saying he main eventing WrestleMania 45, 46, 47, and so on. So, at that point, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, is Bronson Reed feeling like, man, no, that's gonna be me too, boy. I'm being there. Right. But you don't know. Right. You got to show up for his team member, you know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to figure it out. Like, he got to change something. Got to change up because those two guys, they sitting there like they're a higher version of Chelsea Green doing with her with the Secret Service. They both in black suits. Like, this is Seth Rollins' Secret Service, you know. So and they even called Braun Breaker. I said this on the show before they said it on TV. Like, Braun Breaker's an attack dog.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he the dog. But Paul Heyman did say that I think Braun Breaker represents, or one of them represents, the strength. Right. Of course, Seth Rollins. He had different acronyms for all three of them. I guess kind of combine it together to make sense of it all. On paper, I'm not mad at it. The direction they're going, I ain't mad at it all. No. Do I think it's necessary? Yeah. It makes sense. But I just need a little more. I would have rather had Bronson Reed come out and say, you know what? I dislike him, still don't like him, but I see the direction that he's going. I see the vision that Seth Rollins laid out. Yeah. And that would make more sense why he aligned with Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Like I said, that's only thing I don't agree with too much. That's the only thing. Other than that, it's just to wait and see type of thing. Mm-hmm. To see where they go and see if they're really going to be as dominant as they speaking about. Right. Because you got people standing up against them already, and CM Punk and Sami Zayn. Yeah. And Jey Uso.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, all three of them.
CM Punk's still out there. And we don't know when the Tribal Chief's going to come back, because whenever he does come back, he's going to have some answers for all of them. So
exactly. Yeah. And I was saying earlier, like I said, that Seth Rollins might be a big favorite, but if Roman Reigns come out there and cost him that the win and the Money in the Bank, mm-hmm. I think that'll be very interesting.
That would be very interesting. And then we could probably get Roman and Seth at SummerSlam.
Ooh. Yes, sir. The 2-night SummerSlam. Hey, I'm ready. I'm ready for that.
we could get done. Man, that'd be perfect for night 2. It'd be perfect for night 2. We can get them right at night 2. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns headline night 2.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at that. Shout out to people. I ain't mad at that.
Yes, sir. Cause I feel like Seth Rollins already. I mean, I would understand if Seth Rollins won the Money in the Bank. I'm just looking to see who was all in it, and I kind of want somebody else to get it. Because I mean, Seth Rollins had that Money in the Bank moment already. Is there etched in stone, going to be shown forever, and so I feel like somebody else needs that moment.
I agree, because at this point, Seth Rollins can go at this a multitude of ways now. He don't necessarily need to cash in to get a shot at Jey Uso.
Yeah.
I mean, saying if it's Jey Uso at that time, because Jey Uso about to face Gunther. So
yeah. But I mean, I like Seth Rollins' promo about the Money in the Bank, saying how that is power. You control the champions pretty much, because because they don't know when you coming. The head is on a swivel on extra. They already got a target on their back, but with that Money in the Bank, is extra stress on you. Right. So that's definitely power. That's why I like Seth Rollins' promo about the Money in the Bank. Like I said, plus he has that experience having it already. So
because right now we got Solo, we got Seth Rollins,
LA Knight,
and
Penta. Yeah,
man, that's a stacked Money in the Bank already. Stack. Golly. So I'm like, I'd rather have somebody new win this Money in the Bank, rather than Seth Rollins.
Yeah, I'm Carmelo. Him.
I need, because that's my pick. I need him in the Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I mean, but he in a triple threat with Jacob, Andrade, and it's Carmelo. So
for the qualification, right?
Yeah, so I'm assuming Jacob been there, but he might not qualify. I don't know with him and Solo and JC. I don't know what's going on in that situation. So Carmelo may still have a chance.
This off topic, but did you see the video where Solo was like, man, he ain't say that in like 6 months.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I love you, Solo.
Yeah, he's like, man,
he still ain't saying like he used to, but
yeah, man, he ain't say that in 6 months. I love Solo, man. Like his personality, like I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's definitely coming. That's why I say he should have had a match at WrestleMania. But I mean, he's still being able to bring out his character. He's fleshing it out, and so he's still working with family. So
and it's long-term storytelling, because it looks like it's getting to the tipping point where something's gonna happen between him and Jacob. So to your point, that can leave Miz can actually interfere and cause something to where Melo could win.
Yeah, and Miz was telling Melo how important it is, because like I said, Miz has had that Money in the Bank also,
and he cashed in and reaped the benefits of it too.
Oh yeah, twice.
So, to Seth Rollins' point, Money in the Bank is a solidified way to get a fast track to get to that championship. So
oh yeah.
But we will see, because I mean, Seth Rollins had his time, and like we're leading into the match that he had. You pointed it out. Seth Rollins ended up winning the Money in the Bank qualification match, so he ended up winning it.
Oh yeah.
And what do you think about that? I mean, was that because he what was it? Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and who else was the last person?
Finn Balor.
Yeah, I knew Finn went. Yeah.
I had high hopes of Finn a little bit, but I mean, this thing going on with Dominic, I think they're gonna fight for the Intercontinental title sooner or later. Right. Especially with that backstage segment. And it seems like Finn Balor set that up all the way.
Man, let's get into that, man. Let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about that. Hold on 1 second.
All right. But man, it was good stuff, man. Finn Balor he had a smile on his face. Like, I don't know, he's like what do you call it? A Cheshire cat.
Cheshire cat, man. Listen, because let's talk about it, man. First of all, Dom got to stop eating these nuggets. He got to stop taking these nuggets from these women.
And with no sauce, it's killing me, boy.
Hey, them nuggets look fresh too, man.
Right, what a sauce at? Give me some.
man. I'm like, come on, man.
All right, he like I said, he ain't gonna find a one until they put that sauce on the side. Whoever bring them niggas with the sauce on the side, that's the one. Because he going through all these women, bro.
So he had mommy, had Liv. Will he get Roxanne? All roads are looking like something about to happen.
Something going on. Everybody's scheming right now.
You had to drink that water on that one.
Yeah, boy. Everybody's scheming. It's getting hot. The Latino heat.
Because I was surprised to see Liv come back. I was definitely not expecting Liv to roll back like that.
Nah, but
I didn't expect her. They kept that one under wraps.
Yeah, she's taking a big hiatus. She got that tag team title and need to defend them things, but
yeah. That's why I guess it wasn't a long-term movie. Maybe she went out there and shot a few scenes and came on back. Maybe.
Yeah.
Because it looked like she doing something. She did something in Tokyo. So it's like some.
Okay.
Yeah, something in Tokyo she did.
Okay.
But hey, all them cats are getting movie deals right now. It looks like. So.
Hey, like I said, they on that Netflix. That's giving them that upper hand. Yep. Giving them working with Netflix or whoever, you know.
Yep.
So that goes hand in hand.
But so I wasn't expecting her to come back, and so I guess that's why they never took the tag team titles off of her, because it was going to be a quick deal. Yeah. But for her qualification match, I mean, do you agree? Was it her tag team partner's fault, or was it Roxanne? I feel like it was Roxanne's fault.
I don't know. I feel like Roxanne was trying to help for real. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I mean, I didn't know that was a qualifying match.
That was a.
I don't know. I think her and Kairi Sane were just fighting. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to say that was a Money in the Bank qualification match.
Because he doing most of these in triple threats. So that's why I was like, I didn't think that was a qualifying match, but
yeah, I think Liv's match was a qualification match. I want to say it was.
Let me see, because I don't know if Kairi's in there right now. But if she is, I mean, Kairi deserved to be in there. I would love to see her in the match, but I had other people in mind because I had a whole list of Money in the Bank qualifiers for the men and the women, but I didn't have her on my bingo card, as they say. If she's in there, I don't know if she's in there. Like I said, I think they do all with triple threats.
Yeah.
But as far as just losing the match, yeah,
it was a qualification match. Yep.
Oh, wow.
This was a qualification match, which is why she was like, you should have known better.
Oh yeah, because she did call Adam Pearce, ain't it?
Yeah.
About so getting it. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right.
She should have known better.
Yeah.
And it's like, because I was banking on her to win. I was really banking on her to win. I was like, yeah, it makes sense.
She already had that moment too, cashing in on Ronda Rousey. But dang, I don't know. It's gonna come up to a point like it's always dissension in Judgment Day. It's always cracks in the Judgment Day, and so they always try to figure it out. Just like Finn is trying to scheme against Dom in all kind of ways in his title matches and his love life, apparently. So it's gonna come to a head with both of them. They're gonna have to fight sooner or later. Somebody getting kicked out of the group, right, basically.
Do you think that his look on his face was like more like so trying to stir the pot between Liv
of course. He's trying to bring Dom down. I'm telling you, like I said, you fit this man's career and his love life. I mean, that's all around.
Yeah.
Like, come on now.
Dom got the Latino juice for real, man.
Yeah, but he being oblivious to what's going on with Finn.
Yeah.
And so he better get himself together because Dom be acting slow sometimes. So I don't know. He's slow to catch up on certain things. But we gonna see how it go. But it's it's always scheming in the Judgment Day.
We're gonna see. The Judgment Day is so. This is like a slow rebuild, look like, because at one point I was like, man, they need to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Maybe Finn leave, but now it's looking like a little slow rebuild. You put Roxanne in there, you got a little extra, momentum going on or some interest. And now you're gonna have this love triangle, looks like, between Liv, Roxanne, and Dom.
Yeah, and I guarantee I ain't gonna say guarantee, but I wouldn't be surprised if they have Liv and Rhea in a segment, like a backstage running to each other segment, like now you see how it feels, type of situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Or what if Roxanne is really like the mole? I mean, she's like the plant because she really with Finn.
Hey, that's possible too. I mean, they go any type of way with this. Yeah. They go any type of way with this. But I know Finn is just loving to see Dom stressed out right now.
He loving every moment. Loving every moment.
Because Finn needs some success, and I feel like he want that he eyeing the Intercontinental title. So he's trying to break Dom down so he'll be, like not focused on the match whenever they do fight.
Right. I wanted to ask, man, where do you think Karrion Kross is at, man? Because he had his big outburst at WrestleMania. And so now you see him every now and then digging at Sami Zayn, like poking Sami Zayn. Is he trying to bring something out of Sami Zayn? Or is he just being an antagonist for no reason?
I mean, that's just what he does. He does that with everybody. And so Sami Zayn just another one on the list. But I mean, I feel like they need to bring out Karrion Kross more because he could talk. I just don't want to see his matches really. I mean, to be honest about it. But Karrion Kross is a great character. He's been a kid character for a little while. Like I said, this man could talk. Yeah. And he got something to get off his chest. So give him time to do so. Give him airtime and whatnot. And he might need some wins on it, but so people take him serious. He might need some wins.
Yeah.
But against who? I mean, I don't know. Because I don't know if him in that thing with AJ Styles is settled. I mean, he done lost to him, but
yeah.
And he's trying to just do the same with Sammy. And Sammy got this thing going on with Seth and he teamed with CM Punk and Jay. So I mean, like I said, it go either way with Karrion Kross, but he deserves some type of spotlight. I need to find a certain way to showcase him.
He does. So because he had his big outburst at WrestleMania, so I was like, man, after that he might force his way into like some type of real role, but it looks like he's still playing the antagonist, not unless it's more so of a more long-term story development. Because
possibly that's kind of like how it always is with him, though. It's like always a long-term, play it out, see what's going on type of thing.
He might be like the guy in I just watched Captain America, Brave World. I just saw that last night. I'm late.
Okay.
I'm late to the party.
Hey, I still ain't seen it, boy. I mean, I need to get on it, but I still ain't seen that thing.
It was good. So since you ain't seen it either, I'm not gonna spoil it. But
I mean, good.
This might be what was going on with Ross in Captain America. So Sami Zayn might be the Ross of right now in the WWE because he ended up turning into the Red Hope. So maybe Karrion Kross is going to bring out something in Sami Zayn and cause him to reach his boiling point.
That's very possible because, like I said, we've been kind of saying on this show that Sami Zayn might be hitting that edge where he might turn heel, or we thought he might do that Saturday's main event, but it didn't turn out the way. It just turned out to be another member of Seth Rollins' group. So to finish that match, but yeah, I mean, it's something to wait to see because Sami Zayn ain't getting what he wants. He's at World Heavyweight Championship.
Right.
And he can't get no big wins lately. And so and the last big win he had was WrestleMania 40 against Gunther. Yeah. I feel like, I mean, I guess you could count, I don't know if you count the Survivor Series with the OG Bloodline, but that's a group thing. That ain't just him.
Yeah, because I was gonna say the tag team him and Kevin had at Mania 2, right? That was the last.
I mean, yeah, before that. I'm just saying, like, since WrestleMania 40 happened.
Yeah.
Those 39 and 40 was great moments for Sami Zayn, but he won that World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought he would be in the Money in the Bank. Maybe he might be, if they do a second chance type of thing, I don't know. He could probably win that, but right now he needs a pathway.
Yeah. And what is he gonna do at Money in the Bank? Because he didn't win the qualification, so
no.
Wonder what he's gonna do.
I doubt he's gonna fight Karrion Kross like that. They gonna put that match on there because they, like I said, they keeping it short to 5 matches, and 2 of them already the Money in the Bank matches.
Yep, and then you got the John Cena, Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, the tag. Yeah, the tag match.
Yep.
And
So
then
he
2
only got
more.
slots.
Yeah, 2 more slots. If that, like I said.
Yeah.
Because like I said, them ladder matches gonna take up most of the show.
Yep. And it's like a week and a half away now. So
Yeah, dang, boy, the time will come up fast. But I love Money in the Bank, man. That's one of my favorite pay-per-views now. Like I said, I put that ahead of Survivor Series at this point.
I just want them to get back to like the original Survivor Series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we'll see if they ever get it back to that. They love the war games right now.
Yeah. I wish they get back to the traditional Survivor Series, man. Something about that old school feel, man. You know. So I want to also talk about let's see, we talked about Sami Zayn. It was another point I want to talk about in Raw. What was it? The Penta qualification match.
Yeah,
And now
yeah.
you got Gabe. What's the guy from
Chad Gable and Dragon Lee, boy.
Dragon Lee he put it down on that match.
Boy, and Chad Gable was taking some hits in that match. There's some stiff hits. He landed on his head. He was bleeding from his head.
Yeah.
Boy, but I love that match. I had to watch that match back a couple of times because it's so fast paced.
Yeah.
And such the strength of Chad Gable and like I said, the quickness of both Penta and Dragon Lee, it was amazing. Oh, Professor, what's up? What up?
How you doing?
He's in the building. Hey, I don't know if we can hear him.
Yeah, it's a little low. But
yeah, keep going. Just keep going.
Yeah, but we like talking about the triple threat match for qualifying with Penta qualified on Monday Night Raw, but
real good one. So, but the interference was from the guy from AAA that they're still working that.
Vikingo.
Yeah,
and that boy, I can't wait to see that match. Him and Chad Gable at AAA on Worlds Collide because Vikingo.
Now,
man. Whew, if you seen him at AEW, boy, I seen him at AEW. That's the most time I've seen him.
Really?
And so now he's doing this with AAA, and he's gonna be on a WWE show with Worlds Collide, and they might sign that man.
Because Chad works really good with these luchadors, man. He does some good work. Chad
works good with everybody.
Anybody, man. Chad can really do some work, man. Yeah. And but the thing is, originally, I think it was supposed to be Alberto Del Rio versus this guy.
Vikingo?
Yeah.
Well, that was probably a Triple A show for Triple Mania type ordeal. Maybe Triple Mania. Hang on. There we go. Y'all able to hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it still low or is it not? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I mean, I can hear you, but it's still low. I don't feel like I hear you, but I hear you.
No, the audio.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll say this.
There you go. Yeah.
Chad Gable is going to be he's going to put on a good match. Vikingo was probably supposed to fight Alberto Patron for like a AAA ordeal, but I think the match with Chad Gable may be a better match. Vikingo is good if you like luchador style. That's the question. Do you like luchador wrestling? If you don't like luchador wrestling, is in general. If you don't like luchador wrestling, which I don't, I'm not a big fan of luchador wrestling. So he's fine, he's good, but I like my very few. I like Penta.
I think I'm more.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think I'm more into the spots that the luchadors can put on. I think maybe that's what I'm into.
No, that's what luchador wrestling is. It is. That's my issue with luchador wrestling. It's a spot monkey fest. I should say spot monkey.
Boy, you shouldn't.
Adrenaline wrestling, but no, they are spot monkeys. They do a lot of the spots where that's fine. Sometimes I don't feel like it's real storytelling. I don't think it's real psychology. It's just young bucks do that stuff. I don't want to disrespect people. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you still be amazed by what's going on. Like I said, if you watch that show, I feel like it's going to, impress a lot of people if they see his matches.
Oh, it's gonna do numbers. It's gonna do good numbers, and it's gonna be good for business. But I mean, I think because you can get both. You can get a good actual wrestling match from a luchador, and then you get those really high flying spots. Like when I'm watching Penta, I feel like I get a good mixture. More so than other luchadors. I mean, but that match they had on Raw, him, Dragon Lee, and Chad Gable was phenomenal. Yeah.
Oh, definitely
phenomenal. But let's go back real quick since we got the professor in here, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, this live is brought to you none other than by our sponsors, the Champions Corner podcast website. I mean, hey, we're sponsored.
Everyone's got a sponsor.
Check out.
Everyone got a sponsor.
Hey, check it out.
Check out the website. You can find all your news there as well, and you can see all our collection. It'll lead you right back to this page right here. It'll lead you all right back here. But also, it's a button down here somewhere if you haven't done so already. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. But Professor, I want to get your take on this because earlier we talked about Seth Rollins' faction, right? And I asked Mr. Highlights, does he feel satisfied with? Are we getting answers? Because I don't feel like we got an answer from Bronson Reed. I don't feel like we got a real answer about why he's in this faction. Although I called it right down the middle, ladies and gentlemen. I did say that. I don't feel like we got an answer about why he's in this faction. And number two, do you feel, Professor, real briefly, do you feel that they have to change Seth Rollins' song because everybody's singing his song?
Oh, let me address the second question. No, don't change the song because I'm still not convinced he's a heel. I mean, also, it's still a good song for what it's worth. I mean, they didn't change John Cena's song. So it's like, if you do, you do, but I don't think it's necessary. And the fans are going to boo and cheer who they want. You can't control it. It's just what fans do. As far as answers and reasons, I don't know. You don't get a lot of that from a lot of these stories at this point. It is what it is. Look, it's Paul Heyman, it's Seth Rollins. It becomes a question of, is there a better reason?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I don't know. What? All right, let me ask you this. I always do this to RC or Ron. I'm going to give you the pin. Book it. Why would Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker join Seth Rollins? What would be your booking reasons?
Well, I would start with Bronson Reed joining Seth Rollins because if I can't, I can't say that he couldn't beat Seth Rollins, but he probably wouldn't have been able to stop Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins is on this whole, I'm the shield of the company and I'm going to do what's best for the company. Maybe he saw things the way Seth saw it, and he eventually saw that this vision, all roads lead this way. So why be in the way when I can get in the pathway that will ultimately lead me to where I want to get? Now with Bronson Reed, I mean, he's a young guy.
Braun
Breaker. Yeah, with Braun Breaker, he's a young guy. He needs to be in an environment like this because all honesty, he's going to be the breakout star from this group later down the road. So with him getting tutelage from people like Paul Heyman and being under somebody like a Seth Rollins, I mean, it's going to work for him in the long run anyway. So,
you think Bronson Reed will be a bigger star than Braun Breaker?
No, I think Braun Breaker is going to be a bigger star than Bronson Reed. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I would have put Bronson Reed back with Jacob Fatu because I feel like those two are just a better combination of people. Adding Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker seems like you're just kind of adding the same muscle. It's just muscle on top of muscle. These guys come off more as henchmen than tutelage, and I don't know if I like that, but I just have to see where it goes.
Yeah, and I wouldn't put. I mean, he couldn't go with Jacob because Jacob's big time over and big time face. So
I mean, he can still be his ride or die buddy. I mean, you can still have friends.
He's not going to. Yes, that's not the vibe I get from big old Bronson Reed. He ain't nobody friend.
Oh, I don't think he's that bloodline story.
Yeah,
They went in the war game, so that's the only reason why I even come with that because they had such great chemistry there.
That's true. And the only reason why I say tutelage because I think this is a negative 2.0 evolution, in my opinion. But we'll see.
I wouldn't even call it evolution.
Me neither. But
this is more of a Paul Heyman Dangerous Alliance.
Okay,
with Don Callis family, a Bobby Heenan family. It feels like more of a Paul Heyman group.
Don't put it on the Don Callis level. That ain't where we want to be at.
Well, I mean, I can see where you're going with that. Paul Heyman, you put him anywhere, he's just going to make it work. He's going to make it work.
Call him the Paul Heyman guys.
He's going to make it work because we did say that I feel like they're more so of bodyguards rather than like a faction. So I feel like they just hired henchmen or hired help at this point to help Seth Rollins further his mission and cause, which is I guess, to gain more control in the WWE. So, but good take. So we talked about Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross, a little interaction backstage. We also talked about your boy Dom. Possibly he's taking too many nuggets from these females. He's taking everybody's nuggets, man, and he's about to go down the rabbit hole. So briefly, what's your thoughts on that?
Dom's a funny character. Rhea forced herself upon Dom. Liv convinced Dom to leave Rhea, and now Dom just seems to be attracted to Roxanne Perez. It's a funny little dynamic with his relationships. I don't know where it's going, but I feel like in the end of it, Finn set all of this up so that way he could help break up the Liv and Dom relationship. Because I feel like he feels as if that's superseding his authority, which it is. So I don't know. I'll be interested to see where it goes. As of right now, I do find it intriguing. I like the concept of it. I feel like it may lead to a match between Roxanne and Liv, and that should be a good match in itself. I'll look forward to that. But I don't know what Dom will decide. He may just end up with nobody in the end of it.
Could be.
No title, no group, no girl.
Could be. I actually think Roxanne might be like a plant. I think she might actually be there to benefit Finn more than anybody else. So, but we also touched on the Chad Gable interaction. Now, what else happened on Raw? I feel like that's it.
Those are the big things. Yeah,
those are the major points. I just want to talk about the matches itself individually.
Right.
No, we got a lot to get to. On this. So we can move on from there.
Let's get on to NXT and let's talk about the groundbreaking news. Your boy Trick Williams, what he say on NXT? He says no longer TNA.
Oh, Tricking A. Let's go.
Tricking A.
Yes, sir. Let's talk about it.
Tricking A. Let's talk about your boy Trick Williams. Trick Williams in the house. Whoop that Trick. Trick Williams did something that no active WWE superstar has ever been able to do. And that's take the TNA title championship. I mean, from Joe Henry,
average Joe.
Average Joe. I don't know. I still don't think Joe is an average Joe. I don't think he's average Joe.
He's over. That's all I know.
He's way over.
Oh, there's no denying he's over, but
he's over as over can get. What do you guys think about that? That's history. Trick Williams.
Hey, like he said after he won, I shook up the world. That's shaking it up. I mean, you look at the TNA president or CEO, whatever he was, sitting in the crowd, TNA hat on. He didn't even look pleased at all. I'm like, you don't put your company in this situation.
Not at all.
Well, hold on, it wasn't the first time. Let's remember this. Also,
Omega
won the TNA title.
Yep, exactly.
In fact, not only that, they even had the TNA World Title defended on the AEW program amongst two AEW people. It wasn't even the TNA champion I was fighting for. It was Christian and Kenny. So it's like this is the first time TNA put themselves in this position. So I ain't gonna lie to you. I told you I ain't expect Trick to win.
I told you he was gonna win. I called that. I told you, and that's the only time change on it. And that's what I called.
I didn't expect Trick to win either.
I did. And I was hoping so, and it happened. So I mean, Trick deserve it. I don't know how good this does for TNA. TNA, like I said, did this before Kenny Omega. I think they searching for that exposure, and they need that bad. I feel like they want that extra exposure.
I'll say this: according to all the outlets, it's doing pretty good for them because their shows are jam packed. They're selling out everywhere TNA goes. So
a lot of people saying they've been good for a while, and they probably from the news I've been hearing. Yeah, I haven't been watching. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't been watching TNA like that unless maybe an NXT star is on there or certain things going viral that I know is that everybody's talking about.
I just want to say real quick, the reason you're not watching it is because we do this show. It happens the same time TNA comes on.
Well, I mean that's a thing too, I guess. I mean, but you know me, I miss the highlights. I watch it anytime.
You right about that, and it's a lot of things I can't catch because we be on this thing. So
yeah,
hey, it's all good. But
wrestling is on almost 24/7. It feels like at this point.
It is.
Ladies and gentlemen, those out there in the digital land, you guys are living in the golden age right now with wrestling. I mean, you got it almost every day of the week.
Oh yeah.
3 times on Saturday.
3 times. When we was growing up, what was it? It was 2 shows on Monday, and then eventually,
you had you had Nitro.
Nitro and Raw.
Yeah, Nitro and Raw. That was
Nitro
it.
And
then eventually SmackDown, Thunder then came on, and
and then you get a pay-per-view every 3 months.
Well, we had to wait. It seemed like a long time before we got a pay-per-view, ain't it?
Yeah, it used to be. Then they did do the every month thing because WCW did it. But now wrestling is on. And the thing that also is pretty good is that it is not just one promotion.
Yeah.
It is at least 3, 4 if you want to count NWA.
You gotta count NWA. They deserve their flowers. They deserve their flowers.
They really do. They deserve a better owner too.
Yeah.
Corgan, you gotta sell that franchise. You gotta sell it.
They deserve their flowers. I mean, they put everybody on. They're the reason why we all here.
Yeah, their reason. Yeah, it did start with NWA. And then there's MLW. They're always on YouTube somewhere. And if you have Pluto TV, there's Women Are Wrestling.
There's a lot going on. That's it. A lot. And like I said, all these lower card things like Evolve and the LFG thing going on. Like it's all these things that's building up to people that's going to be on the other shows.
Right.
They go on to NXT or the main roster or the AEW or whatever it is.
You hope so.
Yeah. But I mean, as far as the TNA, they still, like I said, they still got big names over there. And like I said, their world champion was on WrestleMania and Royal Rumble. So I mean, that's great exposure. But now the world champion is your boy Trick Williams, Trick Willie. And he named like a lot of guys that were TNA and
Bubba Ray.
Yeah.
Name them all. Kurt Angle,
AJ Styles, all
them killings.
Yep. Hey.
AJ Styles.
R-Truth is a national treasure, man.
Oh yeah. Ron Cena. Yes, sir.
That was good.
I don't know, but the boy Santana came out there and confronted Trick Williams. Yeah. And so now they're gonna be fighting for the TNA title on NXT, I believe.
Yeah.
I was very surprised. I called NXT and I looked like, is that Santana? I wasn't even sure, that's not Santana.
Yeah.
I was very surprised to see him actually, because his tag team partner Ortiz, I think he retired from wrestling.
Oh wow.
So it's just him now.
Okay, yeah. He been separated from him for a good minute. He been doing his thing in TNA, and he finally built up to being a TNA world title contender. And so, Trick was getting on him like, you ain't been champion, you don't know what it is to carry a brand. And
he ain't lying.
And so
he fired back too. He's like, you a fake rapper or something. He said,
"Oh yeah, you a fake wrestler." So I mean, Santana, he can talk, man. He like I said, Boricua from the Bronx, show out, boy. He's showing out for the team. I love that people represent their culture and stuff like that. I just love that and how they came off. And he's good on the mic, man. So I'm waiting to see what Santana can do, and if he can take it from Trick.
I doubt it. If he's gonna take it from Trick this soon,
I don't think it's this soon.
I see Joe getting it back. That's what I see.
Maybe, but I mean, we just seen a lot of title change, like surprising title changes on NXT this week, though.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Stephanie Vacure losing her title to was it Jace?
JC Jane.
JC Jane. JC. Yeah. Now a lot of people are upset about this. I'm not. I think I
am.
No, listen. Here's the real conversation. This ain't even the conversation of title losses, because right now I don't know what's going on in NXT with that, because I don't think she was the right person to win it. However, I think this becomes more of a conversation of where are these people going? Because Ricky Starks, Stephanie, Jordan Grace, they're all moving to the main roster. So let's have that conversation. Where would you put these people?
Stephanie.
Wait a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Full disclosure. That's where I was leading to. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's where I was leading to. That's why I said I wasn't mad about it, because these people are going to the main roster. So you gotta have some. You gotta give it to somebody.
Yeah, don't do the Indy Hartwell thing.
I get that, but I don't mind her losing the title. But if Jordan Grace going to the main roster too, so that I guess why she didn't lose to Jordan Grace at Battleground. But JC Jane out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's what I said. I don't even know what that's all about, but
no.
they're just reshuffling.
How about Jada Parker? Come on,
in the deck, right?
She right there.
Yeah.
She don't have a faction.
Man, get out of here, bro.
Jesse Jane won. She won with a faction, though. That's the thing
sure
about
did.
it. Right?
She won.
I get it.
It wasn't like it was a clean win.
She won with help.
Yeah, she won with help. But it seemed like JC Jane being there forever, and they gave it to her just like they gave it to Indy Hartwell, who didn't deserve it when she got it.
Man, listen, if we can all sit here and look at what's the girl that got the Intercontinental title right now?
Lyra Valkyria.
No, Lyra Valkyria is doing great work right now. I don't want to hear that. No,
if we you talking about right now. And the only reason why it's right now is because Becky Lynch got in the picture.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Other than that,
Becky bringing it out of her. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. I ain't seen it from JC Jane a lick.
She hasn't.
Man, I ain't seen JC Jane a lick, bro.
Well, let's just see how it goes. She could be a transitional champion for all you know.
Exactly.
I mean, that's cool. Okay.
I mean,
give it to Jada Parker, bro.
The objective was just to get that's why I said it didn't really matter who won, because the objective was just get it off Stephanie.
That's all.
And that just happened to me. That's what I'm saying. NXT is going through reshuffling because right now their entire face structure, as far as Ricky Starks, Saints, Lyra, Julia, they're moving all these people. So right now they got to restructure their entire roster again, because this is what NXT has to do. Yeah. It was like, just let it play out.
I wouldn't play out. I'm just saying they could have picked somebody better.
They got to build new stars. You got to build new stars.
They got them, especially that women's roster on NXT. Come on now.
But I'm saying you also you got to do something. I understand you don't like her having it, but like you got to at least give it a credibility, so that way in case she challenges again for it, she'll be like, I'm a former world champion. Because again, she may not be going nowhere for a while. That's how you restructure it. And if Jada Parker's going to win it off of someone, when you want to have it be a bigger moment than just some random moment,
right?
Aren't you the big Mr. Moments? You big on the moment.
Course. Oh yeah, of course, moment. But I didn't think. But I'm just saying, I think
on NXT. If you could
I didn't think Stephanie was going to defend it right after she just defended against Jordan Grace. I mean, does Stephanie have to go up to the main roster right now? It could have been like in a month.
But you got to keep this in mind too. They're moving to their big show with all women. So they're gonna have to come off some of this they are heavy, they are top heavy at NXT. So they gotta shuffle some of these women over because they're gonna have that big show and they have to put on a spectacle because it's going head to head with AEW. So they gotta pull out all the stops. They gotta pull out.
I don't know. I just thought they pick somebody better. It's all good though. Like I just hope they got something for Stephanie, playing for Stephanie while she's on Raw instead of just worrying about this Evolution show.
She wants to find her way just like Julia's finding her way.
Yeah. Where do you think they go?
I mean, maybe Stephanie goes to Raw because Julia's on SmackDown.
Yeah, I think Stephanie is on Raw. Jordan Grace goes to SmackDown. Ricky Saints.
Ricky gonna go to Raw probably.
Where's Cody?
Who? Cody Smack. Yeah, Ricky Saints might go to SmackDown with Cody.
Yeah, wherever Cody is, that's where Ricky's going.
Yeah.
So SmackDown, you're gonna have my girl Jade, which is a powerhouse by herself. I'm just playing. So you got Jade, you got Naomi, you got Bianca, you got Charlotte, you got that SmackDown women roster is stacked already.
And you got Julia over there.
You got what's that girl name? The champion, Tiffany Stratton.
Oh yeah.
Her name. I couldn't think of her name for a moment.
Yeah. So I think that's why I think Stephanie gonna go to Raw, because on Raw you got Becky Lynch,
Rhea, Lyra.
Well,
Io Sky.
Is Lola Vice? Lola Vice ain't leaving no time soon for me.
Nah, she can stay down there for a minute.
She ain't leaving no time soon. Ain't nothing wrong with her. You gotta put some respect on that girl. The way you said it, you gotta put some respect on that girl.
Lola cool, but I mean, she still needs some more time.
Yeah. So the SmackDown roster is stacked. So, but I only say this to say because they had to, because they about to have the all women pay per view. So they won't have to shuffle this thing up. So
yeah, like I said, I have no problem with that. I just think JC Jane, plain Jane, JC Jane. Nah, like I said, Jada. I'd rather. So I mean, what happened to Zarya? Zarya ain't doing a doggone thing, but being Soruka backup. Why couldn't Zarya get it?
She's the backup right now.
Maybe she's not that good.
And JC Jane ain't backup in the man. Come on, all right.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, you're right, Professor. I mean, she just got a look. Sometimes you can just have a look, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, look,
She's still better than old. She's still better than old girls. That's all I'll say.
I hear you, man. But like I said, it's a faction thing. Like that's the thing about it. She won with cheating. It ain't like she won clean. So it's like
that's like how Fallon Hilly beat Kalani Jordan. That's the only reason she beat her for the Women's North American title. She had the rest of the group.
And then look at it this way.
That's how Roman kept the championship as long as he did. He had the bloodline.
Roman's still good though. Other than them two, bro.
Yeah, look at it this way. You're not trying to stay on NXT forever, so
she about to.
Oh wow.
That was real.
You know what?
Just like old boy,
Sean Spears
and the Don. What's his name?
Oh, the Don, right? No,
yeah.
Danny Cooper. No, that's from Greece. I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Who fought Stacks? Who that was? Yeah. I didn't like that match of Battleground.
Yeah.
Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah, Tony D'Angelo. I did not like that match, but it's all good.
But since we're here, I know we were probably saving this for later on the show. But since we're at this point, how do you guys feel about? Because remember, TKO, they got rid of the house shows, so which is why I think they're having a lot of these PLEs so close together because you got rid of the house shows, kind of spread everything out. But how do you guys feel about? Because you're gonna have Evolution. That's the name of the pay-per-view, right? Evolution.
Yeah.
You have Evolution. You're also gonna have what else happens? That is it the Great American Bash happening that same week? NXT.
I think it is. I gotta take a look.
NXT Great American Bash, and you're gonna have AEW's pay-per-view coming on that same time period. And then there's another
see that right there.
Saturday night main event happening, right?
Yeah, that's right. Y'all in. Look, I don't know. I'm fine with it from the standpoint that it gives people options in case there's something you want to see but don't like you don't want to watch NXT but you want to watch WWE. You don't want to watch AEW but you want to see some form of wrestling. You don't really want to watch all these guys. You may just want to see some women. I do feel like having those options is a good thing. Options, I think, are always a good thing. Personally, I am probably going to see All In because I don't know. Like given the option, I saw Double or Nothing and kind of Battleground. That's the other thing about in the age of streaming. You can just watch anything you want at the same time. Yeah. I had AEW on. I had Battleground. Battleground on. So it's like I think you're only limited to by what you like, not by what's available.
Right.
Yeah. And then if you like it all, I mean, if you got the time, I don't know what how long them AEW shows or you don't know if you have the time for real.
AEW gonna be 80 hours by itself.
Yeah, you might have to do what I do, catch the highlights.
Well, the show is 4 hours. It's just a lot of wrestling.
I know, but I actually watched the show, so I mean,
3-4 hours.
I enjoyed most of that double nothing though.
Oh, so, of course. And I think that we've always said competition is better for the industry. So now they're actually saying, hey, there's people out here that actually like AEW, so why not let us be petty and do some competition? That's the way
that is the question, right? No, that is a real question. Does WWE see AEW as true competition now?
I believe so.
Because before they said they weren't competition.
I mean,
I don't think the competitor never comes out and say, hey, you're competition.
Right.
Give respect, I think. I think they come out and be like, okay, I see what you're doing.
I mean,
okay.
For them to do that,
you also don't call them a pissant t-shirt company. Like,
yeah. I mean, that was beforehand. But now it's been held this long. Now I feel like the mood has changed.
But let's not sit here and act like AEW ain't say everything under the sun about WWE. When
no, I mean it goes back and forth. I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
It's just, you talk about don't respect. Like I don't know. I see it like this. AEW is a godsend, mainly because wrestling was stagnant for a while.
Yeah.
Especially from 2018. Oh my God. Go back and watch that stuff. It ain't great. 2019 ain't great either. But when AEW popped up, it was definitely rinky dink, very indie feel. It did hit its stride when CM Punk got signed, and it went through a lull when he got fired. But during that point, you still had people who were interesting, and you kind of knew what it was at that point. So it was like, you're going to get a good wrestling show, even if the stories don't make sense. I'll make a case that to this point, the stories still don't really make that much sense. But you are still going to get a good wrestling show. WWE, if you like the drama and more so story-based characters, then that's for you. Because they have good wrestling, but they do focus more on the character dynamic. I asked RC the other day to describe Will Ospreay without using the phrase, he's a great wrestler. And then I had to do the same thing with Seth Rollins, and there was a great contrast because Seth Rollins, there's more depth, there's more character. Will Ospreay, he's the best wrestler. I'm not saying it's a bad thing because it is wrestling. It's just being one-dimensional can make you kind of bland to people who aren't into the whole wrestling thing. So it's good to have both because you have those options.
Yeah, and all want to clarify. I don't think they were under the impression of like, hey, there's no respect. I think at the end of the day, they're going to respect people because they're doing the same thing, right? We all are wrestlers. I think at the end of the day, at least they got that same common respect. But as far as them being, an upper echelon, at that time, maybe competition, they probably like, whatever, we'll see them in the dust, right? But now I think it's to the point where like, hey, we got to put some eyes on this thing, right? It's time to compete. And I think it's best for WWE to always be in a competition mode. We, like you just pointed out, 2018, those years, I mean, after you done defeated big old bad Eric Bischoff and everybody else, now you're kind of out there just doing whatever. So I think it's good for competition. I'm saying this to say there's a lot of people out there that felt like, why they having shows the same time AEW having shows? And I'm like, hey, we all said we want competition. And now that they're doing what we said that they should be doing, now it's like, why are you guys doing that?
I feel like this, I do feel like that's just online rage bait.
Yeah.
I don't think it's I don't see it as a real issue. Like, I see it like this.
Me neither.
You're going to buy AEW. If you're going to buy it, you're going to watch it. If you're not going to buy it, you're probably not going to. It just is what it is. Like, if WWE were to put on SummerSlam at the same time, okay, I could probably see that being. I don't even see that as an issue, honestly. But I can see more of the complaint. But it's an NXT show. Like, I don't know. It's not a big deal. I think it's fake outrage.
I think they want to do this whole weekend takeover thing like they just did here in Tampa. So I think that's the mode and the mindset they're probably in right now, which brings me to another thing. And I just feel like it's good to talk about now. What do you guys think about the direction with TKO?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
What do you think about the direction of TKO? Like how we knew WWE to be versus how we're learning WWE to be. I mean, let's point out a few things. I mean, now I read today where it wasn't all on TKO that WrestleMania is not happening in New Orleans. I heard it has a lot to do with contractual things. Can they really afford that type of, for them to come in their city like they once could or whatever like that? Some things going on with the city. I read today that was some of the issues, right? But then TKO wants to have an annual thing with WrestleMania being in Las Vegas. Now, you gotta remember these are business-minded people which have no wrestling background, nothing to do with what we like and love. That's not really what they care about. At the end of the day, they care about that almighty dollar. So what do you guys think? How you feel about TKO? How you feel about this merger?
I feel like it's taking WWE to new heights and stuff like that. And as far as like the Netflix deal and like getting these wrestlers into different avenues of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's great. And in these locations, they go and like I said, the WrestleMania 41 in Vegas did great numbers for them. So I understand why they would want to continue to go there. But for me, as a wrestling fan, I like the different themes every year. I like different cities, and when we was going consistently, as far as us, I mean, you and Lonnie, and whoever else would come on certain shows. Mm-hmm. It was a way for us to travel to different locations. That was our a travel once a year type of thing. It was WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And because like we went to Dallas, we went to New York, we went to California, and that was a great thing for me to, like I said, just get around and just see something I love, and plus also see the city. Mm-hmm. I've never been to Vegas, so I would try to go, but I don't want to see that every year. Mm-hmm. But as far as TKO and how they treat WWE, I mean, they making them bigger and bigger. Like I said, got more ads. At first, like the ring mat, we didn't want to see the ads on the ring mat. You thought it was sacred, but now we just used to it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it looks pretty good actually with all the ad space. I mean, I think it looks all right. If I see a blank one, I'm like, dang, it looks kind of bland now, almost to me, almost. Really? But I mean, I'm just it's just something to learn and get used to how they doing things. There's a lot of ads on every match or whatever. I could do without that all the time, but I mean, because we always skip ads anyway. I mean, we on YouTube right now, so I mean, it's a place where everybody skip ads. They wait for the skip button,
skip the ad,
or the next button. But hopefully we get some ads on here soon. Anyway, we need that money. Help us out. But that's beyond the point. But I mean, like I said, yeah, they are business minded and they see WWE more than just a wrestling company. They see it as a business and it's making a lot of money for them. And that's why they did the merger in the first place.
Right.
All right. So, I'm indifferent with it because, I get the whole business side and business is good and all that. But the thing is, I don't have stock in WWE. The thing is, I'm not making any money from this. I'm spending money on this. So I have an issue with them pricing out fans with the ticket pricing going up. I mean, I saw some tickets for house shows. They're like $300 in the nosebleed seats. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I hear what you're saying about the ads.
That's most live shows right now, period, though. For the concerts or whatever.
No, I get that. I get that. It's just, but at the same time, WWE it ain't a concert, but that's beyond the point. And even they're even over. I would say that Beyonce and them overcharging too. So I mean, they're all overcharging. It's not relegated to them, but nonetheless,
yeah.
You talk about the ad spots in the ring. I don't mind a blank canvas because I've been watching it my entire life. I don't watch New Japan Pro Wrestling like that. New Japan has their match with a whole bunch of ads on it, but people don't notice because most of them can't read Japanese, so that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But when I see like a Morgan and Morgan, I'm like, what the hell is Morgan and Morgan? Honestly, I don't want that to take my mind off the match if I'm looking at a match. So it does do that type of stuff, and I'm not too big on that.
Yeah.
I do get tired of the whole this match is brought to you by because it gets kind of tacky and lame. I didn't like that the Viking Raiders was only at WrestleMania just to advertise the game. Because now it's like, are we even putting wrestling in a position? Or we're just using wrestling as a vehicle to sell ad space? It's like, well, at what point do you lose what you got you here? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I
so
get what you're saying.
I'm not too big on that. But I mean, like you said, it's done good. It can be a little bit of overkill because it is a lot of shows at one time. I never really got over WrestleMania because there's a little bit of a WrestleMania hangover that happens. And then Backlash came out. And by the time Backlash came out, it's like, I'm not over Mania. I couldn't really get up for Backlash. And then before I knew it, Saturday Night's main event is here. Mm-hmm. And then I had AEW Double or Nothing. It's like, it's a lot. So it's like, give me that breathing space a little bit. But I like the options at least. Yeah. But like I said, the bright side is it does, I think, create more business opportunities. TNA, possibly USC. You talk about TKO. TKO has been working nothing but in the fight industry. WWE is different because of sports entertainment, but they've been in the fight business since their existence, since the title TKO. So this isn't unfamiliar territory. But what it is it is a bigger exposure also for TKO because that's an audience they never had a lot of. Children, young adults, and casual fans. Most of them aren't going to watch UFC and ain't going to watch fighting. I was talking to Ron the other day about who's the top fighter. He said John Jones. You know, when he said John Jones, I legit thought John Jones was around the time of Chuck Liddell and all them. All that message to me. So I don't know that stuff. Yeah. But as a wrestling fan, I could probably get to know them if they came to the WWE and vice versa. So there's goods and there's bads. From a fan standpoint, I'm indifferent. But from the casual fan standpoint, I think it's a wonderful thing for them because they get to see something that they remember that isn't too bad now.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a huge wrestling fan, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm indifferent.
I'm 50-50 on it. I'm like right in the middle, because where does it get to the point where it's like, if you like you said, it's a house show. It's not like it's like this is like prime time. We're all gonna be on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a house show. You want to go to a house show to have that intimate setting right there with the athletes, right, with the wrestlers. So I mean, where does it get to the point where it's borderline price gouging? We just taking advantage because we know somebody's gonna come.
Someone's gonna pay to see this.
Someone's gonna pay to see this. So what does it matter, right? And then I'm on the other side where it's like, at the end of the day, it is progressing and moving WWE more outside of the United States and making it more of a global brand. But it's like a slippery slope. I'm just interested to see what's going to happen with this Mania spot because that's like your flagship show. For it to have always been in an area different every year, just to come down to an annual event. I mean, even the Super Bowl doesn't do like an annual event. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing.
Yeah. But like I said, that's what UFC does a lot of their shows. So I mean, I guess that's what they're used to, and that's where a lot of the higher ups in the company live in Vegas.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, so what if you live in Vegas?
So
what? I mean, what does that really mean? Why is that a reason? Okay, because we all of us live in Vegas. Y'all,
they don't want to travel. Like that does seem kind of like I don't know what it has to do with anything.
What does that mean?
All right, with all the money y'all making, y'all can catch a plane somewhere.
Oh, what does that mean? What does that mean?
You even watch the show?
Right. You up until now, probably half of them couldn't tell you nothing about what
tell you who the champions were.
Yeah, except Nick Khan. Nick Khan probably knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they probably make an appearance on the show. And what I like they did before. Them and the Netflix people.
Who's this? Like, who's this?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta put their name under there. So I mean, I don't know. But that's just nature of the business, man. I don't know. But just keep the essence of what we love in it. That's all I care about.
Yeah, well, that's the fear. I feel like that can get lost in the sauce because that it always tends to happen to something where it's like money becomes the priority, which it is. It's just that we see this makes money, so now it's like let's abandon this a little bit. Right. I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, word on the street is old Vinny Mac want to buy his company back.
Oh, good luck. I don't know if you got that kind of bankroll there, Vinny Mac.
But then speculation is that he did the deal just because this illegal stuff is about to happen. So he did the deal. Hopefully that dies down, and then eventually he can buy it back.
Well, no, but why don't he just team up with Hogan and Bischoff? Open up that thing.
Yeah, go over there.
Just do that.
Go over there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if he was to buy it back, man, what a crazy time that would be.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen. But I want to go back to one thing real quick. Are we under the belief that if given the opportunity, WWE wouldn't like to put out AEW out of business?
Oh, they would love it.
They would love it, but I would hate it. I mean, that's just me. I think a lot of people would hate it. I don't think that's good for the business.
I don't know.
They got enough. They got enough going on. They've been on it's a AAA and all these WID and everything below it.
But that's the thing, right? That's the thing, right? They already have enough, but I mean, how much is enough? What is the limit?
No, but
what was the whole? What do you gain by getting AAA? Mexican territory?
Oh,
did you need it?
No, they didn't need that either. I don't know if everybody's happy with that. But I just think you have a repeat of WWE after they bought WCW. And slowly but surely it dwindled down in substance.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what maybe I will say this. Here's what I think is a strategy. Like I mentioned before, I don't mind the the same time shows, events, and stuff like that happening.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I do feel like WWE is doing that to oversaturate the market of wrestling for the casual fan not to even recognize AEW.
Yeah.
And just not even tune it in. I do think they're trying to oversaturate the market to flood AEW out.
I mean, yeah, that's possible. It's a strategy. I mean, they want to be the top company and they want everybody to look towards them. But AEW hopefully is strong enough to stay afloat.
Oh, Tony Khan would tell you he ain't no Jim Crockett. All right, he's got plenty of money.
You saw him say that, right? I forgot the soundbite. Oh, they were talking about how do you feel about WWE having an event at the same time? He's like, well,
that was one. When he said I'm not Jim Crockett, that was when it was with the contract tampering, which I don't believe in professional wrestling. I don't think that's a real thing, but whatever.
I don't think that's a real thing either.
But yeah, during the contract tampering ordeal, that's when Tony Khan was like, I'm not going to take this. I am not Jim Crockett. All right, I got money.
So, but to your question, I'm 50-50 on that one as well, because it's not as aggressive as it was back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta dominate, right? I don't get that vibe these days. I get the vibe like WWE, of course, like for instance, we're both in the same baseball, right? But we're just playing on a different field. And that's how I feel with WWE. They're in the same, we're all in the same thing, but we're playing a longer distant game. Like we're playing in a different field. So I don't think that it's as controlled and as aggressive as it once was. Like, we have to be the number one show, because let's all, be honest, with AEW coming out doing their thing, for whatever reason, it's a way for talent that may have never had this big all the eyes on them, exposure. So now they can go out there in AEW and kind of try out without saying they're trying out. Not all of them, but some of them. Like, they can go out there and do their thing. Now they got that type of experience, and now they can, if they want to, they can go over. All roads seem to lead back to WWE. I don't know. That makes sense?
No, it makes sense from the standpoint of like WWE's a big name, but AEW is giving people like a Jay Cargill, like a Ricky Starks, a spotlight, so that way they can be seen on the national television. Who can go to WWE? Ethan Page. I'll give you that. My thing I mentioned to Ron was, I do think there is a strategy in the booking of the shows being so close together, and even right around the same time as the AEW, a strategy of oversaturating the market, flooding it out, so that way only your hardcore fans will find you. Casual fans will not find you, because anytime they see wrestling, they're going to think WWE. There was this thing where during WrestleMania weekend, I think AEW had a show, or was going to have a show in Vegas. It was believed that some people saw the signs and thought it's just another WWE show.
No.
Oversaturation of market. But it's like with some people, they see a smartphone and they call it an iPhone. Kleenex, right? It's tissue, but Kleenex is such a brand name, they just call all of them Kleenexes.
Mm-hmm.
Band-Aid is just the brand name, but every Band-Aid that comes out is called a Band-Aid.
McDonald's.
So it's like, yeah, WWE has become that name in wrestling, where you see wrestling, no matter who it is, oh, is this WWE? Mm-hmm. And I think they're just really emphasizing that, bringing in more content every day, where it just kind of makes AEW feel like maybe an afterthought, unless you're a hardcore fan.
At the end of the day, because they're looking on the outside, looking in, they're competitive. And so they're going to want to say, hey, this other company tried to stand up against us, but look at us, we knocked them down. I don't put that past them. So, that could be a thing. That could be a real thing.
Could be a real thing. Why everyone can't just work together. Working together. Just
listen,
make work together.
The biggest show probably in this modern day in our life right now would be an AEW WWE crossover event.
Oh yeah, it would be. Two worlds collide, the forbidden door.
Yeah, that'll be the real Wars collide.
Yeah, call it Battle World.
Battle World. Fellas, let's head on over and talk about all or nothing?
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing. You went all in, and then you go double or nothing.
Double or nothing. Listen, we got to talk about the Anarchy in the Ring, which gave me Twisted Metal vibes. You know, remember the game Twisted Metal?
Yeah. It was a cluster.
It gave me
Twisted. That's a good show right now with Anthony Mackie. Shout out to Anthony Mackie.
Samoa Joe's in that show.
Oh really? Yeah,
he plays Sweet Tooth.
Yeah, it's wrestling related.
It gave me Twisted Metal vibes because I've never seen nothing as crazy. First of all, I was telling Crump before the show, I didn't get a chance to finish it because it's doggone 6 hours long, and you know they took the videos down. So anyway, but it's like Twisted Metal vibes, man. What stood out to you guys? I don't know how I feel about male and females being in the same ring, and because I think Omega, I think he did a suplex on that girl or whatever like that.
Marina Shafir.
Yeah.
I mean, but she spit on him. I mean, she kind of deserved that. She spit on him.
She deserved it.
She deserved that.
Don't get me wrong. She deserved it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not too hype about intergender matches like that, like men fighting women, stuff like that.
Oh, you guys would have hated Lucha Underground.
I get. Yeah,
I saw the Chelsea Green and Penta, man. I'm like, God, no.
Yeah, I mean,
wrestling is all over the world except the U.S. It seems.
Man,
yeah, I'm just not into it. I mean, that's just me. I'm like, it's okay for certain moments, but as far as a regular thing,
there is a Oscar match. I forgot who she went against. If you want to get cringe, that's an abusing match.
Really?
Oh boy, she got her teeth kicked in.
Who's she facing?
I'll see if I can figure it out. Those are stiff shots too.
I'm not into that.
Yeah, man, I'm not into that, man. I'm like, I just don't. I mean, I get it because she was all up in his face, and he looked like, I'm like, man, get it, man.
Yeah, she spit on him. I was like, okay, yeah. They do a lot of that AEW for some reason.
That Anarchy in the rematch was crazy. Some crazy spots.
Yeah, as it always is. That's the name of it. That's a kind of a annual match, Anarchy in the Arena. It's crazy. A lot of crazy moments. They play music at certain moments during the show. Mm-hmm. That got me hyped. I forgot who sings the song. Let the bodies hit the floor. I was like,
Drowning Pool.
Okay, shout out to them. We used to listen to that song back in the day. But if I was in that crowd, I would have been hyped.
Wait 1 second. Those theme songs back in the day for the WWE pay-per-view, like for the promo, Austin and The Rock, man, Limp Bizkit and all that, man.
Oh yeah, I used to love Limp Bizkit, man.
It's My Way or the Highway.
Yeah, I still think that's overrated. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna say this right. It might be a hot take. That's the most overrated promo package of all time. I don't care what you say.
Rockin'
overrated.
It was for WrestleMania amongst the biggest rivalry. That's the only reason why it's.
Yeah, it's overrated, bro. They show the same scenes over and over again in it. Get out of here, bro.
Overrated?
It's overrated, bro. It's cool, but dang, people act like that's the best promo package of all time. Like, get out of here.
What's a better promo package?
Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
I'm not gonna argue that.
Daniel Bryan leading up to his WrestleMania.
Stop it. Wait. You're not gonna do this to the digital audience. Stop.
I ain't gonna do this. If you got a problem with it, hit the comments, DM me. I don't care. Hit me up on TikTok, all of it.
I'm not gonna disagree with the Triple H one.
I know you ain't. That's why I said that one first.
I'm gonna disagree with this one for 2 reasons. I was at that WrestleMania and I ended up doing them doggone yes chants, and I can't get over it till this day. It was contagious.
It's infectious, right? It is. But Bernie is also like the greatest wrestler. So yeah, it's so many reasons.
Hey,
it was infectious.
I'm just saying. But anyway, back to the match. I mean, it had a lot of spots from Swerve jumping off the forklift onto the
a staple gun in the tongue. I'm like, bro.
Oh, the staple gun sequence was amazing.
Oh, hold on. Sean, did you ever see Swerve and Hangman's Texas Death Match?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Now that is rough. The staple gun usage in that one was rough.
Right. This was funny, but it was perfect. It just the way Swerve was just killing everybody with that staple gun.
He dodged. Was that the Young Bucks?
Yeah.
He dodged them and stapled them in the chest as they were running at him, and he dodged them and stapled in the chest.
Yeah,
the spot. My favorite spot was Kenny Omega think he did the slam onto the table or whatever and exploded.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Off the stage ramp.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so many spots, man. And Swerve putting on his new shoes, his new Reeboks. I mean, they look kind of nice with the tacks on the bottom, and
very reminiscent of the Young Bucks. So that's how they do their little super kicks with tacks on
yeah,
the bottom of shoes.
Yeah. So
that was a little callback.
So whoever wins that match, what is the real point of that? Like whoever wins that match.
Oh no, it's a blood feud. It's like it's not their War Games because Blood and Guts is their War Games. But it's a blood feud match. It's no real prize if you win. You just bragging rights.
Right.
It probably leads to something a little later, but and then like it's a continuous feud right now. It wasn't the end of nothing, I don't think. But
Powerhouse, man, he put on a good showing in that match.
Oh yeah. He speared old boy through the carrier crates and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. And what's the guy? Because he had a match that same night against Ricochet. He was wearing a white tank top. He ended up
Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
He was still bleeding. He was supposed to go to the hospital. He was put in an ambulance against Ricochet. That match was great. Also,
that was
Ricochet for Mark Briscoe. I very much enjoyed that match. I'm glad Ricochet won. Also,
hats off to Ricochet. I mean, he's really coming into himself. So
he found a character. I don't know why he couldn't find a character before. I guess he was never given the freedom, but he's finally found a character, and I love him.
Love would do it to you now.
Yeah. Oh, wait. And he's found his signature weapon with the golden scissors. So,
right.
Yeah, I don't know about that one though.
What? You don't like that?
No, I don't like that.
Nah.
Oh, it's a signature weapon, man.
Why did he shine his head up with the spray and all? I'm like, come on, man.
Calls him bald. That's why.
Even though it's a bunch of bald people wrestlers in the business,
but you know why he gets it, right?
I'm not exactly sure why.
So it's a thing online where he was talking to fans like on Instagram Live, and someone sent the question, "Why are you bald?" And he just the way he responded, "Why are you bald? Or why am I bald?" The way he responded just became a meme, and that's just
okay.
It.
I guess, but they taking it too far for me.
yeah. But that was a good match though.
Yeah, and Hook showed up too. I expect Hook to be up in there.
Yeah, Hook was. Well, see, it's funny with Hook because Hook got hurt the same way Shibata got hurt, but nonetheless, when Hook showed up, he didn't really want anything much to do with Samoa Joe.
No,
that's right. He replaced him with Powerhouse Hobbs. He feels betrayed by them. That should be a story coming up a collision, I would think.
We'll see what happens with that. I mean, he should. He had some soft. He being soft.
Well, I mean, he's young.
If he met, he being a little soft. Okay,
but he's young.
Yeah, because even Samoa Joe's looking like, what? All right.
Yeah, Hook is like, what, 23?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh, yeah, because Hook came out in the orange hoodie, right?
Yeah, with the Kenny hoodie.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like, he's still a young kid. He's got a lot to learn. He's about as young as the young OG in NXT bouncing.
Oh, yeah, Javon Evans.
Yeah.
He kind of lost in that feud with Ricochet, but okay.
Man, this is what I want to hear you guys take on. So here we are. We're finally getting to the end of the road here. We're getting to the crossing the road with Monet and Tony Storm. We're finally getting this moment, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to give my take later. I want to hear you guys' opinion. But will this, because Monet has every title under the sun, and I still don't feel like she's like over, if we can use that word. I don't feel like I feel like it's kind of like a second afterthought almost. Will this put her over in AEW?
I don't think she's over. I think people don't like. She's just a heel in the situation.
Yeah, I guess it depends on what you mean by over. Like, well, let me get that. What do you mean by over?
So maybe I'm using the wrong word. Maybe I shouldn't use over. But I feel because she right now she got every belt. Last time I checked, I mean, it seems like
she lost the New Japan Strong Woman title recently. She only has the
TBS
championship. She has the TBS, the Rev Pro championship, and with that comes another belt. So it's like she technically has two, but she walks around with three because for some reason the Rev Pro has a secondary title that comes with it.
Is that with another company or something? All right.
Yeah, that's what Rev Pro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and she has the Owen Hart Women's Championship, if you want to count that. But no one's ever walked around with that because no one ever walked around with it. She'll be the first one to ever do it.
That's just
if she does walk around with it. Even Hangman even gave it back because he said I'm just showing it off because I won this tournament, but I'm not holding on to this.
That's just like the Cody and Liv Morgan belt. Ain't nobody walking around with that.
Oh well, yeah, they got the title. That's because they got the rings, right? I guess what I'm saying, will this make her number one female in AEW? Because it looks like she's about to have a match with Toni Storm, right?
Yeah. I mean, but she's top 2. But right now she's number 2 because she ain't got that world championship. And like Toni Storm said on Dynamite, you got all these belts, but I only need one. And you see, Monet needs that one, and that's what she cares about because she wants to be that top female in the business and AEW And that belt will make her that number 1 because she's undefeated right now, but she's still chasing something. She's chasing that legacy, and that belt will cement her to going forward.
I guess. Yeah.
What?
I don't know, man. Because here's my beef. They Toni Storm and Mercedes went through the entire women's division. Like when you look at the women's, they don't
have anybody.
Yeah, think about the women's division for a moment.
They don't have
these are top 2 champions. Like, Jamie Hayter, Sky Blue. All of them. Megan Bain, who just recently came in, looks like $1 million. Harley Cameron, who people love. All of them either lost to Storm, Willow Nightingale. Don't even give it. Rhea Shafir luckily hasn't gotten into that, but nonetheless, look, some people already think Mercedes is the best wrestling woman in the world. I don't know personally, but I can't. It's hard to argue against it because she doesn't really have bad matches. The only bad match she had is against Britt Baker. And I don't know whose fault that is. I felt like Mercedes wasn't even wrestling her style. She was wrestling a powerhouse style. She should have stuck with luchador style. But that's the thing about Mercedes. She can alternate. She can work with just about anyone. So she has that going for her. As far as the character work, she was never a good promo anyway. So I don't know what you want out of that. I mean, RC or Ron mentioned, you said Becky Lynch is the best promo in the business, right?
Who said that?
I mean, tell me who better than Becky Lynch right now, other than Tony right now. Tony's up there. I'm putting Tony up there.
I don't want to get to that just yet. Not to that just yet. Just let me real quick. Let me finish this.
All right.
So to that point, will she be if she wins the Women's World Championship? She will be the top woman in AEW because she would have beaten the top woman in AEW, who is Toni Storm. She's the face of the company. I mean, honestly, Toni Storm is AEW right now. She's the most intriguing part of the entire show. I love it when she's on camera, when she's on the microphone. Whatever she says is quite entertaining and comical.
Bro, I love that line, bro. She told to Mercedes, you might be the greatest of all time, but too bad I'm timeless. I was like, woo!
That's a good line, right? So she is good when she does. I hope Mercedes doesn't win, but I've been hoping for Mercedes to lose quite a few matches. I'm not a big Mercedes fan.
And it had happened, right?
I'm not a big fan of her, but respect is due. She is a really good wrestler. Yeah. I can go as far as say great wrestler. It's just her promos ain't great. She's got a good look. I hate her finisher move, but luckily she went back to the bank statement, so that's good. But other than that, she wins. She'll be the top woman, no doubt about it. Yeah, in the AEW. Would she be the top woman in the world? I mean, there'll be a case.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be one for the ages. It's going to be because this look like this is where we've been building up to for quite some time. Moment.
And we've always wondered why the TBS champion and the world champion weren't interacting at all. Yeah, and it's almost like is it about the first? I don't say the first time, but I mean one of very rare times that they've interacted.
It's about the first time. Yeah, they didn't do it when Jade had it. Yeah, they didn't do it when Chris Statlander had it. They didn't do it when Julia had it. It was treated as the mid card, and they never had any interactions. They didn't really have much interaction with former world champions.
Nope.
So it's like
it's crazy.
But go back. Because you brought up a good point. Like their women division ain't as solid as it should be because
it's solid. They just don't book it well. Like it's a really good women's division. They just don't book it well. Yeah. They got a bunch of talent. I mean, I would argue that's why I say NXT books their women the best in all of wrestling. But I think I can make an argument. AEW,
don't say that. Hold up.
They may have
they got some talented women in on their roster, but it ain't the best in the world. I don't think it's best in the world.
Who has the best women's roster?
NXT?
The WWE main roster? It ain't NXT.
Well, yeah. I mean,
NXT's roster, like I said, BJ just said, they're booked the best. But as far as being the best,
SmackDown.
I mean, you can't just talk about a brand. It's just the WWE main roster.
Yeah, but SmackDown got more of the women though.
Yeah. That's like we was talking about earlier. Like I said, Bianca, Charlotte, Jade, Naomi, Julia. If they get Jordan Grace or Stephanie, yeah. So like just those alone right there, you got a stacked roster.
All right, that's pretty stacked. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Julia.
Yeah, that's stacked.
That's stacked, bro. That's the stack as it's been in a long. I mean, it's stacked, man.
And they all stars.
Yeah.
AEW, you got
the better statement is that AEW has a better women's roster than it had years prior.
Yeah,
it's just is actually better. Yeah,
it's getting progressively better in AEW, and they showcase a little way more than they were before. But they still got work to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got Toni Storm, you got Mina Shirakawa, you got Mercedes. That's 3. Queen Amidala, Mega Bane.
And if
Jamie
they get
6.
if they get what's her girl name?
Mariah
May. If Mariah May stays,
but listen, this is the thing I meant to bring up. Where has Mariah May? Where's she been? Mariah May.
She making a decision right now.
According to her, she's on vacation.
Yeah.
She put out a tweet recently saying a girl can't just take a break because everyone keeps making that question.
Come on, it's a work. Listen, man, what if she shows up at Evolution, bro?
Oh, what if she shows up? Well, I don't know. I kind of thought she was gonna show up at Double or Nothing for a moment. She might show up at WWE.
I thought so. I mean, anything can happen, man. But
she showed up at Evolution.
I think she fits in both companies. I mean, whatever way she go, I think she'll stand out.
Well, the thing is, like, what else can you do with her in AEW? Because they centered her entire. This is what I kept trying to say with you and Jacoby and everyone else. Mariah May's entire character was, I'm a Toni Storm fan. I want to be Toni Storm. She beat Toni Storm with her own move and took her own gimmick. What is Mariah May outside of Toni Storm? They never developed that character.
They didn't. They didn't do a good job. They didn't do a good job of having that bridge for when Toni Storm comes back, you know, and she would lose her glamorous ways because now Toni Storm got to be the glamorous one.
Yeah, I mean, it was her whole reign was building up to her fight Toni Storm again, and then she lost when Toni Storm came back. And so
she comes back, then what?
You just got to build it with somebody else. I don't know, whatever the top baby face. You got to build up another big baby face, and then I would think that could be Jamie Hayter. That's why I thought Jamie Hayter was going to win that tournament.
Oh, did you see what happened to Jamie Hayter on Dynamite?
Yeah, she got beat up by the Spider Girl.
Yeah, so it's Jamie Hayter again. Jamie Hayter's always getting beat up by someone. Julia came back, she beat up Jamie Hayter. Right. I'm not going through that whole list. It ain't gonna be Jamie Hayter.
I know. I'm just saying it could have been. It could have been. I don't. I'm trying to think who else could be that top baby face that Mariah may go against that she ain't already really faced.
Right.
You still got Thunder Rosa, but she already fought her before.
Mina Shirakawa.
They need to flesh out that. Finish that story. Mina Shirakawa. But beyond that, I'm not sure right now.
Harley Cameron. Nah, I'm just making. That's not a real name. That's not a real. That's not a real answer.
Yeah, it could be fun, but I don't know.
That's not a real answer.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is Julia Hart a face right now, or she? I don't know. I don't know if she is.
Julia Hart is just on the roster. She doesn't have a story. Like, that's the thing, right?
Okay.
That's your court.
Oh, you can hear that too?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
I think that was RC's court.
I'll try to figure it out. But yeah.
I mean, is she a face or what? She's just there?
Well, see, I don't know. AEW doesn't I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. With the women's roster, it is pretty nice, but they don't book it the best. Mm-hmm. They don't. That's just it is. They don't. They just don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
They still got Kiera Hogan on the roster. What is she doing?
And
I ain't know she was on there.
I know. Camille is still on the roster, by the way.
Wow. She been going for a good minute.
Sheeta, remember her?
Yeah, Cara Sheeta.
What's the other
Because
girl?
she coming for a random title match every now and again. That's all she been doing it lately. I feel like.
Sheena Deeb.
Yeah, I feel like she's more backstage agent, maybe. I don't know if that's what she title is, but I feel like that's what she does.
Okay, well, she can still go.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Just give her like the Natalie treatment.
Mm-hmm.
She like old Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the most part. Now, your boy Darby what's his name? Darby Allin.
Darby Allin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Darby
Allin. He finally made his way up the mountain, man. And so, but I say all that to say, Hangman and your boy Will Ospreay had one heck of a match. They brought the house down, and I was surprised that Hangman ended up becoming the victor. So it has AEW made it plain and simple and clear that Hangman is a day one guy, and so he's going to be the one to take down Jon Moxley.
That would be the best story.
Yeah,
but it's going to be Darby.
That
would be the best story.
Are we done here?
No, Hangman is the best resolution to this whole thing. I like how they did it, but because they put so much emphasis on all that, makes it seem like he's still going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you realize the chosen one. We thought it was you. No, it's young Skywalker, Darby Allin, the young skateboarder. He's going to coffin drop from the top of Mount Everest and fall right on Moxley. Let me tell you, you may hate it, but when that referee counts 3, that pop is going to be so huge.
No. This story is way better with what they got. Hangman. It's a lot of dispute between they saying Ospreay should have won because he's hot right now, but
yeah,
and they feel like Hangman last reign was mediocre. But this is a different Hangman. And it's more passionate Hangman, more gritty Hangman. It's more evolved Hangman. And so, and the story is almost, it ain't to the level with Cody, but with this team up of the 3 guys that should be leading AEW in Hangman, Adam Page, Will Ospreay, and Swerve Strickland, that team up, that's almost Cody-esque, and it's a team up against the Bloodline, and it's a team up against the Death Riders.
God, no.
And into the All In, which is their WrestleMania. I feel like that's what they could be building up to, and they're trying to show dissension between, well, it's already dissension between Swerve and Hangman, and that they never want to team up. And Ospreay admitting that he's not the one right now, and Swerve wasn't one, but Hangman, Adam Page is, and he, like we were saying on the show, Adam Page is the main character of AEW, and this is his moment. And this it'll be a great story to lead up to, and finish it all in.
You know
what? Because Will Ospreay, he's going to always get another chance.
Yeah, but some people think he's losing too many big matches.
Well, okay, real quick, 2 things. Number 1, Will Ospreay doesn't, because he won almost every single Casino Battle Royal he's been in. He's been an international champion. He wins the big. Him losing is a big deal because he does win more often than not. Number 2, Hangman's story is a little more complex, where winning the world title isn't going to solve anything, and that's really the story of Hangman. He wants to win this world title for what reason? To bring it home to his family, so his son can see him in it. His family doesn't care about that stuff. That's not Hangman's story. Hang on. That's the reason why Hangman losing is actually probably best storytelling. I know
it ain't just about his family. It's about him. He said it on Dynamite. It's more about bringing that world title back to light. It's a beacon of light for this company.
Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, what did he say he wanted to win the tournament for?
Oh yeah, that.
So I mean,
he's doing it for him, but he can do it for more than one reason.
I know he can, but my thing is, whatever those reasons are, ain't going to solve his issues. Because Hangman still has eternal issues. So that's why if they're doing a whole, I need to save it for the beacon light, that means they're pivoting the story. Because Hangman's original dynamic is, I need to feel like myself again. And he's going to learn real fast that winning that world title ain't about to do it for him. He's got some demons he has yet to deal with.
Right.
And
he can deal with them on the build up to this match.
Yeah, he can, but I believe they are still going to go to Darby Allin because the story started.
You want to stand. You want to stand on that? No.
Hang on. It's not even me standing on it. It's just that when Tony Khan has a vision, he goes with it.
I get that, but this is a better story. Darby Allin coming out of nowhere doing it is dumb.
It ain't even coming out of nowhere because again, how did Jon Moxley get the world title shot?
I mean, it's not out of nowhere. No, I didn't mean to say that, but it's just a better story with Hangman, man.
He got the world title shot because he convinced Darby to give up the shot. And what was the key words he said to Darby? I can't even tell you why, but you're not ready for this shot yet. So
I get that, but they don't pivot from a lot of things Moxley said already.
You know what Darby just did? Right. He climbed Mount Everest.
Oh God!
He just climbed the biggest accomplishment that mankind can do.
Yeah. Well, congrats to Darby,
and
but
you know what that means, right? It's time to climb the biggest Mount Everest in AEW. That is the Seth Riders. I'm sorry, that's the wrong show. The Death Riders.
Seth Riders. You're talking about the Seth Riders.
You're wrong for that. Man, nah, man. I'm banking on Hangman. I bet on that one.
Like I said, it'd be a nice story, but I don't know. The more I think about it, well, no, it ain't thinking about it because I don't like the Death Riders story. However, if you're going to be consistent in the storytelling of this, Hangman is nice. Darby Allin does make sense.
But Hangman, because don't you feel it needs to be a day one? I mean, it feels you
Darby
need
Allin's
that
day one. Darby Allin's a day one.
Yeah, true.
Darby Allin was there.
He is, but no, man. No.
Not only is he day one, some people say he is the representation of AEW. Grit, grind, chaos.
And you underdog. And Adam Page is the same thing.
Well, Adam Page is the complexity. Adam Page is a character in AEW. AEW is the world that he's in.
He is Darby the main character of AEW.
Okay,
from the start. Adam Page.
I'll put it like this. Dorothy is the main character of the Wizard of Oz, but Dorothy is not of Oz, right?
Nope.
Darby Allin is of AEW. That's how it feels.
Well, I'll be highly disappointed.
Oh, you say that till it happens. You're gonna be like that. Oh my God, Darby, I believe in you.
No, not me.
Now, granted, that pop is gonna be heard around the world. Honestly,
if Moxley loses, it's gonna be a pop either way.
him losing
as much as I like Moxley, I am ready to see that build again. I'm ready for the story to continue.
How they get away now showing this belt on TV like that?
Because Moxley got it.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the story they're sticking with.
Because Moxley took it.
Moxley said he is the world championship. Right? You want to see the world championship?
I'm the championship. That's what you say. You want to see? We need to see it for. I'm the champion. There you go. How about that?
All you need to know is I'm still the champion. That's it.
That's what he said. He said he is the AEW world champion. And not for nothing, he has held the title more times than anyone else in the company.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, it's a legit reason, but the aesthetics, I need to see that belt. I think a lot of people just need to see it.
Because it's a nice looking belt.
It is a great looking belt.
Why wouldn't you want to show that belt off like that?
Yeah, they go around showing that garbage looking Continental Championship that Okada running around with. That's an ugly title.
Oh, boy, I ain't like that Okada and Speedball match was hitting for me. I guess I ain't seen a lot of Speedball matches. I guess a lot of them, from what I hear, a lot of them are the same. But that match was hitting for me. I don't care.
It was a good match.
That was great.
Okada can get up for good matches when he wants to. I kind of wish he did it more often.
Yeah. So a lot of people say he just kind of mediocre in AEW. He ain't that God level, God tier.
Probably because he's on vacation. Not for nothing, but the man was carrying New Japan Wrestling for at least 8 years.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? He's earned a contract, and if Tony Khan's gonna pay him just to kind of do part-time work, okay.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at it or whatever, Okada.
I guess
at all. I ain't mad at that one bit. What else? Is that all that took place on?
Dude, there's a lot. You want to talk about
I mean, there's a lot of matches, a lot of added matches.
We covered a lot of the big stuff, like the Tony Storm, Mariah, Mercedes,
and the
world
Anarchy.
title. I mean, everything else is going to be more so speculation of what we think may happen going down the line. Because
right.
Don Dallas family and all that stuff.
Yeah, so this match between John Moxley and Hangman should take place in Texas, right?
Oh yeah. That's the plan. Yep. Yeah, the match should be set on that, unless they just have
it's
Moxley defend the belt before then, which I doubt.
Oh, you saying Darby's gonna win it earlier?
Man, bye.
He's the only person gonna take that belt off of Moxley. If Hangman wins it, hey, I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying, don't get your hopes up.
That's what I'm
saying.
I'm just telling you what I feel a better story is. That's all.
That's fine. No argument. Just don't get your hopes up. When Hangman falls for the 3, I want you to be like, oh man. You'd be like, well, when's Darby coming back?
I mean, if Hangman lose, I'm just saying, okay, BJ right on this one.
It'd be interesting to see how the crowd reacts.
Yeah.
The air gonna leave the room with that, boy.
This has to be the main event, right? Because they didn't main event. So they don't. Dude,
I mean, you can make a case for Tony Storm and Mercedes Moné to be in the main event, but you can make a case. But come on,
I think for the sake of everything, that probably should be the main event.
You think so? What, Tony and Mercedes?
Because you already said it's gonna take the air out of the room.
It depends on the finish.
Okay, so if it's the main event, Hangman's winning.
Yes.
Okay. That's how I see it. Because if Moxley's winning, I'm not putting him as a main event because I do not want people to go home. Like the last 2 Revolution and all that, those are good pay-per-views, but all people can remember is Moxley winning because they hated it. And it's worth saying F Booker T, which
I don't see. Maybe Moxley still keeps the belt. Maybe he does win, beats Hangman, and then he have that match with Darby.
Ugh. Put that match on first. Put that match on first, then.
Oh no, that's the
main event. That's happening.
That's gonna be that's the main event. Oh, it could be at All Out. All Out's 2 weeks after All In.
Lord.
They do that. They do that one real close.
Yeah, real close. 2 weeks after, if not a week.
Yeah, sometimes that's like the next week. Thanks for seeing All In. See you next week for All Out.
Right.
The way things going, that's how it works around here.
They call it in and out.
Man, boy, In and Out burger sound good right now.
Here you go.
Lord. Them burgers, something about them burgers. But please come to the East Coast, please.
Yeah, they fresh now. They fresh.
First they're going to Memphis next, but I need
we keeping track, boy.
Why did they come down this way?
Hey, we need a sponsorship. Come on now.
Man, but final thoughts, fellas. Final thoughts. Where we at?
Oh, Double or Nothing was a great pay-per-view. Long, as we always say, long, but very having entertaining moments, great memorable moments. And it's leading to a big show for All In. So I'm ready. I'm looking forward to that show. Yeah,
things are spicing up out here in these wrestling streets, man. It's getting spicy. What about you, Professor?
Oh, I mean, it was all good wrestling this past week. I'm looking forward to the next set of shows. I'm actually looking forward to who's gonna be Money in the Bank. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
All In and Evolution. I'm looking forward to those. But yeah, the other stuff like Saturday night's main event. I don't know, man. Those seem like really, like we mentioned, glorified house shows. Nothing real consequential happened on those things, so I might kind of tune those out a little bit here
and there. This past Saturday night main event was really good, though. I would say it was better than Backlash, honestly.
Yeah,
hey, you probably say that. Yeah, I like to Bronson Reed coming back and the wins like that.
That much to write home
and Cody coming back.
Cody coming back. I will say this: Cody coming back made me realize that maybe my issue is that I miss Cody. Because honestly, without Cody, I don't know if I can have a strong interest in what WWE's doing. I really like the Cody story and the things he does. When he's not there,
QB1.
I don't want to hear Seth Rollins talk for an hour about nothing because Seth Rollins, he just goes around in circle. Seth Rollins may be the weakest leader of a faction.
What?
Because all he does is complain. He doesn't even seem like a person of authority. He's like a Cobra commander.
No lies here. No lies.
Oh, man. Wow.
I don't believe in Seth Rollins as a faction leader. I really don't.
No lies there. He's more, I got a gripe. You guys need to get on my page. You guys need to do what I say. He's not really inspiring me to go anywhere with him, you know?
Yeah, right. Cody can inspire you to run through a wall. Roman can intimidate you to run through a wall. Seth is like, we gotta do it. It's like, oh
God, really? All right. Hey.
Triple H could definitely get you to run through a wall. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
Triple H knew how to surround himself around the right people.
Oh, every time.
I'm not
every time.
I can't say he was a great leader of a faction either, because I felt like it was Ric Flair was Evolution. He was part of the corporation, which was ran by Vince McMahon.
No, Evolution was all the game.
Yeah, but I don't
know. Right.
You're gonna tell me
Trip brought Ric Flair back to prominence on that.
Okay, first of all, as a Ric Flair fan, you do not bring back someone who's in prominence back to prominence.
Man, even Ric Flair will tell you that now. Ric Flair tell you that.
Okay, Ric Flair will tell you a lot of things. Ric Flair also tell people to drink my woo drink. You listen to Ric Flair right now, that man is old and drunk.
Hey, he still got no woo wings out there?
Probably. But I mean, he did the X, but it's like, I don't know. I mean,
after the Shawn Michaels left, he did.
Well, I mean, I would say
they were degenerate. It's like they were no leader; they were just a bunch of teenagers.
But I would say compared to Seth Rollins, these other guys, they kind of going to take you somewhere. Seth wants you to. Seth is so self-righteous. This whole scenario is just so self-righteous.
He is.
It's like I said, it's his vision of what the future should be, and he molding these two into that. His vision.
Yeah, I know, but his vision, like, what is that exactly? Now
he gonna show you with this group.
Oh my goodness, Roman was.
I mean, he's part of this. It is a Shield.
Right,
it is a Shield.
Roman's the only one in the Shield who seemed like a real leader of a group. Because Moxley, I'm not gonna say Moxley isn't a leader. It's just, he rambles. What are you talking about, Moxley?
Okay.
Seth whines. So yeah, Moxley rambles. Seth whines a lot, and Roman just stands there because he ain't really got to say much.
He ain't got to say that.
And then when he does talk, you listen because Roman's talking. What's he got to say?
And I
don't care what the tribal chief think.
And he
say a word, and everyone's like, "Oh, he said that about Roman."
Hey, that was a moment, bro. That was a moment.
He's not gonna drag it out either. Like Seth Rollins, he's gonna drag it out. Take you 20 minutes. We got 20 minutes to go with Seth Rollins.
Roman's real quick to the point. This is my camera, my ring, my fans. I kind of do miss Tribal Chief Roman a little bit.
Hey, I miss him too. I miss the Tribal Chief. Man.
Hey, he just had a birthday.
So I don't miss the Tribal Chief. I mean, like that bloodline. Like now, Roman. Oh no, he can stay wherever he is. That Roman, until he apologizes for what he's done, I don't want to hear from that guy.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
Because Jay is the real Tribal Chief. Put your ones up for Mr. Uso.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
The people's champ, the world champ.
2 words.
Roman ain't got no title. Roman ain't got no championship.
2 words.
Roman ain't got no championship.
Stop it. No. 2 words. Stop it. Stop it. He is not the Tribal Chief. Let's not do that.
Oh, Lord.
Let's not do this to this man.
He the one with the championship.
1,300. Remember this man reign? Until Jey Uso has a real reign. This one's like a starter kit.
First, you mean the reign that Jey Uso helped Roman keep?
Who?
That's not like Jey Uso wasn't part of that, helping him maintain those champions.
He did his role. He did his role. He did his role so he could be where he's at today. It's because of Roman.
It's part of the story. It's part of the story.
Because of Roman, where he's at today.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to know what you guys think down in the comment section. I mean, I don't know why they're doing that tonight, but it's kind of late. It's kind of late, so it's kind of late. I can see why they're doing that. Maybe they're ready to go to bed. I understand.
My Tribal Chief.
Your Tribal Chief is Roman Reigns.
Jey Uso, baby.
Oh my God, this is
my Tribal Chief.
Who? T'Challa.
There you go. You got no problem with that, I imagine.
Always, for sure.
Hey, I ain't got no problem with T'Challa. I ain't got no problem with T'Challa.
Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been another edition of the Champions Corner. It's been brought to you by championscornerpodcast.com. Be sure to check it out, and we'll see you guys next time. Make sure to check out all the merchandise, everything we got going on. Go back and watch some of these other episodes. We're on our way to 3,000 subs. We couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Good night, everyone.